They came to fix me with secondhand stories. I stayed seated to fix their storytelling, because families that outsource truth eventually foreclose on the parts that still want to love. The knock arrives while the group chat is still buzzing in this room. I'm Yvonne. I practice mercy with backbone. My son steps in with his wife and her sister, carrying sentences that begin with "people say." I keep one hand on this table so my breath remembers its job. We will not tour any rooms or perform any competence today. We will test stories and choose what survives. I ask for first-person verbs only, no borrowed mouths. They hesitate, expecting heat. I offer chairs instead. Truth prefers seated people. We begin with the rumor that turned dinners into silence. My daughter-in-law says I humiliated her before relatives, though none were present. Her sister says she heard I called their home chaotic, though I wasn't there. My son wants peace without inventory. I want peace with receipts of honesty. This chair does not negotiate with fog. I set 2 rules on this table. Speak what you witnessed and say what you want now. Hearsay may wait outside like weather. We will not litigate adjectives, we will repair facts. They shift from posture to presence by inches, inches count. The room notices and lends us 10 more. While today continues, I weave a thin ribbon of backstory that explains my patience. Years ago, stories about me traveled faster than I could, and I chased them until my joints filed complaints. I learned that rumors multiply when unchallenged and starve when correctly named. I stopped arguing in hallways and started posting one internal policy: truth travels with its owner. When it cannot, we postpone conclusions until it can. That practice saved holidays and 3 friendships. I care too much about my remaining peace to outsource it again. This room became my studio for revising bad drafts of us. We revise again today, gently. More thread of history, then back to the present without delay. Last month, a screenshot of my alleged cruelty floated through phones like pollen. The caption carried a quote I did not say and a motive I do not own. My son asked me by text to explain. Explanations after conviction are a poor venue. I invited them here instead, because listening performs better in wood and light. I promised politeness without passivity. They arrived with allies and armor. I arrived with a chair, a table, and sentences I can stand on barefoot. That is today's furniture. We sit. I ask for the smallest true thing each person knows firsthand. My son says I looked tired last month and answered slowly. True. My daughter-in-law says I asked for quieter invitations this year. True. Her sister says my slowness frightened her into inventing motives. Also true. I offer mercy where truth stands and backbone where it slips. Then I ask what anyone actually wants now, beyond winning our own narration. My son wants laughing dinners again. His wife wants belonging without auditions. Her sister wants safety that doesn't require evidence. I want a family that prefers repair to theatrics. The table holds these wants without tipping. Requests arrive, we test them. Belonging without auditions means no more surprise evaluations dressed as visits. Agreed. Safety that doesn't require evidence means people ask before sharing conclusions about other people. Agreed. Laughing dinners require fewer prosecutors and more witnesses. Agreed. I add my own request. No triangulation. Speak to the person, not about them. My son nods like a student finally locating the proof line. His wife inhales relief, the first easy breath since screens weaponized our names. Her sister whispers a regret and keeps her eyes level. The room stays ordinary, which is what progress looks like on weekdays. As bargains have stages, a defense appears next. My daughter-in-law says she felt alone and exaggerated to be heard. I call that human and ask her to name the cost. She says trust got thinner. Correct. Her sister says she confused courage with broadcasting. Also correct. My son says he thought neutrality was kindness and discovered it was abdication. Correct again. We catalog mistakes without sentencing hearing. Consequences can be instructional and still kind. We choose a lab, not a courtroom. This table loves homework. We assign some. Everyone will draft 3 sentences that replace rumor with responsibility. We draft aloud so tone can be measured. My son offers, I asked you hard questions by text. I should have asked in person. Good. My daughter-in-law offers, I used a crowd to feel held. I should have asked for a chair here. Good, her sister offers. I spread what frightened me. I should have sought clarity, not audience. Good. I offer, I spoke softly and was misread. I should have persisted until understanding arrived. Also good. We add one more, shared. We will verify before amplifying. The room signs this with light. We store it where memory keeps precious things. A pause, then the work of cleaning what already spilled. There is a group chat threaded with offense. There are 2 relatives waiting for the next episode. There is a silence at church shaped like suspicion. We choose repair over spectacle. My son and his wife will jointly message the chat with the sentences we wrote. Her sister will contact the 2 relatives directly, naming her part. I will greet people this week with my full face and no preemptive defense. If asked, I will invite conversation in this room. That invitation remains open to people, not performance. We rehearse how to hold boundaries when backsliding knocks. First, ask for specificity. Generalities breed monsters. Second, refuse anonymous sources. We are not tabloid newspapers. Third, declare a timeout when voices impersonate judges. Fourth, use first-person courage. I felt, I need. Fifth, decline to summarize absent people. These are small steps, repeatable in any weather. My son writes them into his head with careful attention. His wife smiles like a knot loosening. Her sister tests the timeout clause on herself and survives. The room approves without applause. Approval is quieter now and better measured. One worry remains. What if someone outside prefers the old story because it flatters their grievances? It happens. We give them the dignity of an invitation to present tense. If refused, we let their storyline live without our oxygen. Families do not owe subscriptions to narratives that harm them. My son asks whether that is abandonment. I answer it is stewardship. We cannot donate ourselves to every bonfire. His wife asks how forgiveness fits. I say forgiveness returns us to truth. Reconciliation returns us to each other. One can arrive without the other. Both benefit from chairs and tables. Accountability must be routed somewhere trusted. We pick 3 witnesses who know us kindly and tell us the truth. 1 neighbor, 1 aunt, 1 friend of the couple. They will hold our commitments without theater. If gossip restarts, they will say pause and call this room to session. My son chooses the neighbor. His wife chooses the aunt. I choose the friend because I trust her quiet. Her sister asks to add herself as an apprentice witness. Approved. We have enough honesty to share. The room grows larger by duty, not by walls moving. We map communication logistics to stop midnight catastrophes from borrowing our mornings. Texts after 10 will wait for daytime. Questions with heat will pause 30 minutes before sending. We will not lecture in paragraphs. We will ask in sentences. The person with the fear must ask first. The person with the rumor must stop. We will not publish impressions without permission. If someone says, I need time, we will give it without attaching penalties. These rules are small, biodegradable, and strong. The table likes them because they stack without wobbling. We place them where light can see. We test our protocol on a live sample carefully. Her sister mentions she heard I plan to move away. I ask for the source. She admits it's an anxious wish she projected outward. We thank honesty and return the rumor to its rightful owner, fear. My son asks if moving might ever happen. It might someday, but not because we lost to gossip. Decisions will be made here with kindness, not there with panic. His wife exhales and the room notes the temperature returning to human. We write nothing, but everyone remembers memory is good ink. We address grief, the shadow rumor rarely names. My daughter-in-law grieves a mother she wishes she had. I grieve years we spent auditioning for belonging. My son grieves the dad jokes he withheld, busy arbitrating feelings. Her sister grieves a childhood where secrecy felt like safety training. We let grief sit at this table without correcting it. Grief becomes less clever when fed recognition. I say we can build new belonging from present tense materials only. We all agree to import nothing from the Museum of Assumptions. The museum closes. Today stays open. A test arrives as if scheduled. A message pings from a cousin demanding explanations. We do not open it immediately. Boundaries own clocks too. We finish our tea of sentences and then decide together. My son drafts a reply that declines spectacle and offers conversation here. His wife approves and adds the line about first-person verbs. Her sister volunteers to decline any gossip the cousin tries to subcontract. I bless their attempts and keep my hand on this table. The room hums like a teacher who predicted the quiz and smiles at our answers. We choose how to mark today, so later we remember what changed. No photographs, no slogans, just a tiny ceremony of commitment spoken aloud. My son promises to ask before guessing. His wife promises to name loneliness without outsourcing witnesses. Her sister promises to verify before she shares. I promise to keep my sentences steady and my kindness measurable. We say each promise twice. The repetition persuades our nervous systems better than argument does. The room records the vows the way wood remembers pressure, quietly, faithfully, permanently enough. After promises, there is practice. We stage a miniature conflict safely. A late invitation, a confused tone, a wrong word. Each person tries the timeout, the first-person restatement, the repair sentence. We fail once, laugh, and start again. Success this time feels like ordinary breath, not fireworks. The table proves itself good at hosting growth. My son looks relieved to discover skill is learnable. His wife looks surprised to enjoy honesty. Her sister looks determined to be trustworthy on purpose. I look like myself, present and unpurchased. We schedule the next check-in because maintenance keeps bridges standing. 2 weeks from now, same room, same chairs, same rules. My son suggests a shared phrase to halt drift. We choose pause and verify. It travels well and costs nothing. His wife asks permission to write it on their calendar. Permission granted. Her sister asks whether she may apologize to 2 people beyond family. Permission granted. I ask everyone to keep today's courage affordable by practicing daily, not hoarding it for crises. The room agrees with a generous quiet, I trust. Evening settles and the rumor that started all this looks smaller from here. We did not conquer gossip. We outgrew its diet. We chose specific sentences over inherited scripts, witnesses over audiences, repair over verdicts. I say my name out loud and believe it belongs to the woman who sat here. My son kisses my cheek like punctuation. His wife smiles like a door finely oiled. Her sister gathers herself with dignity that does not borrow. Tomorrow we'll knock with fresh narratives. We will answer with truth we own, seated together in this room.